And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome everybody to the stream. My name is Fano, and today we're going to be talking about case investing. CS2 cases, the new feature that allows you to rent skins from a particular case, any case that you may own in your inventory. And we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, the future, how to look for new case opportunities, what to invest in, all that good stuff will be answered today. So please do me a favor, if you find value from this content, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. With that being said, let's get started. Real quick, I do want to shout out the Patreon as always. We're still running the 7-day free trial, $5 a month, gets you access to the private Discord, members only content, members only videos, live streams, members only posts, access to my individual spreadsheet, as well as the Discord bot that shows you which items are hot and trending on the move, moving up and down percentage-wise and stuff like that. So if you want to get insider tools and a community of like-minded investors, hit the join button below or join through Patreon. The join button is on my YouTube channel as well. You can see here a bunch of members, common faces you might see in the chat on my YouTube channel. Click the join button and yeah, let's do that. So, with that being said, like I mentioned, today's topic, case renting in CS2 and the future of case investing. So, what does this mean for us case investors? So, first, I guess to start, what is case investing, right? What is case investing? So, case investing historically was the act of purchasing a case at a given time and holding on to it until it appreciated in value and you sell at a profit. That is case investing altogether. Ideally, or generally speaking, you bought these cases while they were still dropping actively, meaning they were common drops that you get every week, right? It's very likely, or the probability of getting it in a drop is high. So they were common drops at the time that you purchase them, and then you sell after they become discontinued, or they become a rare drop, discontinued, removed from the drop system, or added to the rare drop system. And examples of like a rare cases include Bravo case, weapon case, I don't know, Hydra case. And then examples of discontinued cases include cases of like more recent operations like Riptide, Broken Fang, and then obviously Shattered Web. So those are just some examples, right? Now I'm going to answer what is case renting. So they started this with the Kilowatt case, and they added it to the Gallery case, and now they added it in the most recent CS2 update. They made it such for every CSGO case. So it doesn't matter what case it is. If you own it in your inventory, you can open, if you own a case or have, a case in your CS2 inventory, right? You can purchase a key for, I guess, $250, right? US dollars. And open the case and receive every weapon skin in the case for 1 week in random floats. So if you open, for example, if you open a Bravo case, right? A Bravo case, which usually costs around like $50, $60, you know, 50 to 60 USD if you happen to have a Bravo case, right? If you have a Bravo case, 50 to 60 USD, you purchase a key for $250, you open it, you can get a Fire Serpent, could be factory new, could be battle scarred, could be whatever. And you can get a Fire Serpent, you can get a Graphite, you can get an Op Graphite, I should add. You get all the skins in that collection. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Because here's the thing. You already get these cases, like the Bravo case, Weapons case, these older, higher tier cases, you already get them, you know, every week. Not every week, but like you have the chance of getting them every week, right? So like if you do happen to stumble upon a Bravo case in your case drop, I'd be willing to bet a decent number of people, a handful of people, let's say, maybe not the majority, but the handful of people will probably look at that and be like, ooh, I can get a Fire Serpent for a week now. And I didn't have to pay any money for the Bravo case. I got this for free. So now I'll just pay $250 and I'll rent, a Bravo case. Or sorry, rent a Fire Serpent for $250, as opposed to buying it for like $2,000, right? Now, keep in mind, a lot of you will still do the smart thing, which is to just probably sell it right away and take that money and put it to work in other assets, other investments. But not everybody thinks like us. Not everybody invests like us. Not everybody watches these videos and wants to learn how to make money from this game and invest, right? Like, not everybody is inclined to do so, and they want instant gratification. So I think, and this isn't just for Bravo cases in general. This is for every case. So, like, think of other cases that have really, really good skins. People are going to do the same thing. They're going to get, like, I don't know, a Shadow case, or like a Danger Zone case, or I don't know, what are some other older cases? A Huntsman case, Vulcan, baby. They're going to see those cases, oh, $10 or $250, and I get to own a Vulcan that, usually costs me like hundreds of dollars. So, a lot of people will take that option, and they will burn that case as opposed to selling it to somebody else, which should be bullish for case investors, and we're going to get to that in a second. So, before we get into like the specifics of like how high do I think cases are going to go, are they going to drop to 3 cents, are they going to rise even more, I'm going to go ahead and say like what you should look out for when it comes to case renting investments. So like there's going to be an opportunity for us case investors to find certain cases that are going to be more advantageous or more profitable, more lucrative for us as investors. Like, which cases should you invest in, or should you take a look at more? So when it comes to this, I would say the main reason people rent cases is for the skins. And when I say skins, I mean the coverts and pinks. So go after cases that have a good variety of high tier skins for a low price, or a high price, and when I say price, I'm talking about the case price, but a high tier skin. So what do I mean by that? So for example, you can go after $10 Huntsman cases, right? Because it has a high tier Vulcan, for example, right? Or you can invest in something like a Danger Zone case, which is low in price, but it has several nice coverts. It has the AK Asimov, and I forget what else it has, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it has other like popular coverts and pinks in that case, right? And it's not necessarily, it has variety is what I'm trying to say. Look for cases that have like one good covert, one good pink, or I guess classified, and then I guess maybe 1 to 2 good purples, or restricteds, I guess is what they're called. So keep that in mind. Try to like analyze every case. There's not that many cases in this game. There's like 80 cases or so. So just do your research and like take a look at those cases and, try to find some middle ground. Maybe you don't want to pay $10 for a Huntsman case because you don't think it's going to ever reach $30, and it may never reach $30. You never know. But for example, maybe the Danger Zone case could reach $3 in our lifetime, or $4 at some point in life. So then you go after these lower tier cases. And I think that there is a case to be made, no pun intended, for some of those lower, cheaper tier cases. There's also a case to be made for higher tier cases, because those usually are older, rarer, and have a lot of the highly desirable coverts, but that's not always the case. There's always exceptions to the rule, and we gotta just do our own research and find those cheaper cases. Does that make sense, chat? I just wanna make sure, give me 1 second. Let me pop out the chat just to see who's active here. Sorry for not engaging with you guys. I just wanted to get some of that information out there. What up, Symbol? How you doing, man? Hi, Bruder. How you doing, guys? It's too early to see any difference right now. Maybe in sales we'll see a difference. You also, guys, have to keep in mind that Valve did this for a reason. They're not going to do this to stunt their growth. They're not going to do this to destroy their case economy and their market. They're doing this for obvious reasons. They see a potential. They see value in this. That's why they didn't initially do it for all cases at once. They first tried it out with Kilowatt for a year, then Gallery, and now finally it's for every case. I predicted it. I had a hunch they were going to do that eventually, and I was right. And now we're going to see what happens. Obviously, from their internal data, they found value from this and they decided to rock with it. So keep that in mind. They don't want to, hurt themselves in the long run. They did this strategically for many reasons, actually. And again, this is just my opinion. This is pure speculation. One reason for doing this would be to take away the social, or not the social, but like the stigma behind opening cases as like a form of gambling. No, opening cases isn't just for gambling. It's also for renting and trying out all of these skins that are, in this case, you can buy $2 and you get to use them for a week. So it's not just, an RNG gambling aspect. They try to protect themselves from maybe governments or, legislation or like regulation, I guess is the word I'm trying to use. So that's one aspect of it. But another aspect of it is to burn more cases, to keep the supply in check, to, spur demand and keep people opening, keep people giving them $2.50 for not only opening, but also for renting. It's giving people more options, more opportunities to open more cases, burn more cases, and ultimately gives them more money. It makes them more money. This is all about money, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about money. So, are all cases rentable? Yes, every case is rentable. Bravo case, weapons case, every single case in this game is rentable. Now, so with that in mind, it hasn't affected my Vulcan price yet. I don't think it's gonna necessarily cause Vulcans to crash or to skyrocket. I think it's more of a factor that it's gonna affect cases in general. The skins in the case are still gonna be desirable, especially the older ones. I don't think they're going to plummet or crash. In the long run, this should be positive for case investors. So it's a step away from gambling. Yes, I agree. With that being said, let me see here. I wonder if countries that have banned case openings, if renting is allowed then instead. Potentially they're going to try to bring back opening cases in those countries that have banned the gambling aspect. Skins from the more desired, common, and rare will drop now, but after a while it will go up. I think in the long run they all rise in general. This is not something that's going to destroy case investing. We're not going back to the era of 3-cent cases. That's just absurd if you ask me. And it's going to take time, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take time for us to really see these impacts, which is why, like I said, buy dips. Right now, guys, oops, I can't spell right. Right now, we are in the winter season where historically, a weak period in the CS market. So if certain cases or skins dip in value, now would be a good time to buy them. And again, this will vary from skin to skin, from case to case. Look at the charts and buy. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that I have a feeling that a lot of people who have, gotten burned in the last couple of years from Paris, from Copenhagen, from Stockholm, Antwerp, what have you, a lot of people that bought at higher prices and now have to suffer lower prices for those investments, they're probably going to cash out and move into case investing. So keep that in mind. There may be a surge in demand over the next several weeks and months. I would not be surprised if that happens, and I'm actually expecting that to happen. So we're gonna see if I'm right with this prediction. I mean, that money has to go somewhere, chat. Some people are gonna cash out, move into other investments like crypto. Other people are gonna cash out and buy skins. But I think a lot of investors that still want to remain bullish on this game are gonna move into cases because it's just, to me, it seems like a no-brainer at this point. Fano is streaming this early. That's very nice. Yeah, guys, I don't usually stream this early. We'll be back to regular time on Monday. Next week, we're going to stream at around 4 p.m. like we do every day. Today is just one of those exceptions. It is a holiday here in the US, so I decided to go live a little bit early. Let me now show you guys something that I found interesting. For those of you that know who Zune is, Bunny Hopper, cheater, yada. He said W rent, and as you can see here, yep, when you rent, look at that. AK Fire Serpent expires in 7 days. Op Graphite expires in 7 days. So W renting, you can open old cases and you can get some rare stuff. So that's pretty cool. Now, let us also take a moment and react to one of the investors on Twitter that I tend to follow and interact with. His name is xMercyCS. He actually posted an article this morning about this very topic, so I'm curious to hear his thoughts on it. I'm going to react to it. I'm going to give you my take, see if he's right, you know, in my opinion. So let's read what he has to say. The CS2 market has changed forever, I agree. You can now rent items from all cases, including the old CSGO ones. This might be the biggest change that has happened to the market in the past 10 years. Unboxing, it's the core of this market. Yes, the roots that sustain everything that we built. Yes, if you want to get new skins added to the game, you have to unbox. That's how new skins are added to the game. Most new skins. Loot boxes are very, very lucrative and powerful way to add new content to the game. They were the salvation of CS, one of the factors that made the game so popular. It came with a loss, a headache. Valve had to deal with third-party unregulated gambling sites. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. And by the way, I have not read this article, so this is the first time I'm reading it. Full disclosure. Loot boxes, lawsuits in a lot of countries added the 7-day trade lock, the X-ray unboxing in France, and keys that became untradeable, market restrictions. They definitely added this over the last several years. He's right about that. Everything seems to be related in an effort to control the collateral damages of this perfect money printing machine, which also involves a lot of scamming and fraudulent activities. This change is probably aimed mostly to add another layer of safety against regulations of gambling loot boxes, which is a system that they are slowly shifting away from without hurting the economy. And everything is fine. There is nothing to be concerned about. All successful companies have those sort of issues. Impersonators, fake sites, scams, parasites taking advantage of their businesses. Most important lawsuits against Valve and skins are one. Unregulated gambling is controlled, and the new restrictions at least show that Valve cares and did what they had to do. They are securing our market, and I'm gonna say that our is the wrong word. They are securing their market because this is their market. They completely have full monopoly over their market. We don't own skins. They do. You know, we're a proxy in that way. And when CS2 was announced, I said that they would keep doing changes to the drop system, and they did. Items are now invisible for 10 days after being traded. That is true. Kilowatt case renting was added. Also, he forgot to mention gallery cases recently were added, and now full cases. Some cases and items are now permanent, like the Anubis collection, which you can just spam buy thousands of them and just open them willy-nilly. That's a whole nother topic that we can dive through in the future. But anyways, trading is harder now, that is true, with more restrictions and challenges, but this is the price we gotta pay for having this unique and wonderful market, and I'm totally fine with it. But now, we just got hit with a 94-4, all cases are rentable. This was added November 27th, so 2 days ago. How will this affect the market? This is the juicy part. First, I think we got to consider why they did it. I think it was a mix of preventing further restrictions and, most importantly, to print more money. Print more money. That's good. They want to print more money. Yes. That's how new money gets added to the economy, by the way. The market cap of the CSGO economy, like the value of all the skins in the game, like it increases when people deposit money into Steam and open cases. Like that's just pure, like you have to inject money into Steam to open cases. There is no getting around it. Cases are, or case keys are not tradable. They're not like, you can't just, you have to buy them only from Steam, and that is how new money enters the market. Just how new money enters the market when operations come out, when you buy passes, when you inject money into the economy, into Valve, into the skins, new content gets generated, created, and the whole money pile grows and grows and grows, and that's how. And then eventually that money ends up into the hands of like older investors and, you know, richer. That's how the rich get richer in this game, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, yes, they have the data. We do not. That is a very important thing to understand. They have internal data about every case that gets opened. We do not. Let me actually look at my chat just to make sure that we guys were paying attention. Thanks, China. I would love to know what the kilowatt rental stats were. Exactly. We don't have that. We don't have that statistics. Sachs, we do not have that data. They do. And apparently, the rental stats was good enough for them to do it for gallery, and it was good enough for them to do it for all cases. Now, here's the thing. Maybe the stats weren't good enough, and they still ended up doing it for the sake of, you know, complying with laws in other countries, that could also be a factor. Like, we can't prove with 100% certainty that these numbers are amazing because we don't have access to these numbers. It's only Valve. But clearly they made a executive decision to do this because they didn't feel like they were going to put a substantial risk to their business, and I think that that's a good thing. I think that as long as like Valve remains solid and growing and a powerful company, private company, I think that we as investors can still benefit from that and make money ourselves. But let's keep reading. They have the data, we don't. But I'd guess that they print more money like that. More money because of the renting. They print more money because the vast majority of the player base does not unbox cases. Is that a true statement? The vast majority of the player base doesn't unbox cases. Chat, press 1 if you agree. Press 2 if you don't. The vast majority, vast is a big word. Vast majority. Majority is over 50. Vast majority to me signals like 80%. Are you sure that like 80% don't open cases? 20% only open cases? I don't know about that. That seems a little... The vast majority. I think the majority doesn't open, but the vast majority, like that's huge. I guess, okay, all right, so most of you guys agree. Fair enough. Okay, the vast majority doesn't open cases, but they might rent. They might rent, though. Keyword might, but let's keep reading. Right now, we have a small percentage of people that unbox a lot of cases, and the rest never unboxes them. Okay, that's a fair argument. If assuming you're right, assuming that, the vast majority don't open cases, sure, small percentage doesn't unbox. Okay, with renting, now they can monetize the people that were in the shadows, probably just buying DLCs. Okay. And it is cool and healthy. These people that never really used some play skins now can have their first contact with skins, check out some items, and maybe even trigger an interest in buying some items or even opening cases in the future. Everybody wins. That is true. Valve is the main winner, but investors like ourselves, case investors, and everybody wins when more money, more customers, more unboxings, more profit. I agree. The vast majority of the player base, today we have 24 million unique monthly players, is completely out of the bubble of skins. A little bit of exaggeration, but yes, I would say, yeah. I wouldn't, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, skins are just everywhere, man. Like, you don't have to be a skin buff to like play a game of Face It or just Matchmake Premiere and you see like a dragon lure and you're like, ooh, that's a cool looking skin. You don't have to be an expert. You still are attracted to like pixels and like shiny things. So like, I don't know if they're completely out of it. They still haven't, a natural inclination to want those things. But anyways, let's keep reading. Sure. Okay. They're completely out of the skins bubble. Yeah. In the sense that they don't put as much money as us skin nerds. Fair enough. That's fair. Okay. We are a very small community in the CS2 world. Okay. But now casuals are starting to get closer to us. So my first conclusion is this change is definitely healthy and positive for the market and the community. But is this good or bad for case prices? Everything relies on the demand and supply of cases. Will now more cases be opened either for renting or gambling, or less cases? He also needs to keep in mind that like the expanding player base, if the players keep like the growth of the number of players keeps rising, like there's gonna be more cases added. So like, we got to make sure that the supply demand dynamics are in our favor. Will now more cases? The problem is we have zero data. That's true. I think you have to ask some questions. Will the new players that were not unboxing cases now casually start renting one or another case each week or month? Will this number or rented cases be big enough and relevant enough to affect the huge supply of cases? Will the OG gamblers that used to casually unbox cases quit or gamble less now that they can also rent skins? I disagree. If you're an OG gambler, you're going to remain a gambler. If anything, will the decrease in interest for unboxing be compensated with the increase in demand for renting? Pretty good questions asked. Very hard to answer these questions now. We have to wait and see how things balance out, because those changes will have a practical effect in the market in the long run. Rare special doubt. That's funny. In the short term, we can only speculate, and here is my opinion. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Let's hear his opinion. Fact is that gamblers gamble for a gold knife in CS2. That is true, which you cannot rent. You can only rent weapon skins. So people that wanted to gamble will probably still keep gambling trying to get the rare items. Sure, nobody really cares for the other items in the cases considering profit. Fair enough. But the problem here is the process that we are in, the path that Valve is heading in. We are getting more and more restrictions. Case gambling is starting to become less interesting. And they just added the armory, a new caseless system, okay, that is much cooler and probably effective. I didn't buy cases, but I am buying passes, for example, which in the end is just a glamorized case unboxing with a different UI. I think the armory system is here to stay, and it will definitely push down the demand for case unboxings. Added up to all the changes and restrictions made to the old system. And the problem is that we don't even know what might come in the future for cases. What? What? Is anybody following this? Because I'm a little, I think the armory system is here to stay. I agree with him. This new system of giving us new content is here to stay. I get that. I still think they're obviously going to rotate out the items and collections, but why would that depress case openings? Maybe. Oh, I see. Because, like, we're going to have, like, new skins added to the game through these collections as opposed to unboxing the new skins. So there's going to be fewer cases. Okay, so there's going to be fewer new cases added to the game per year because, like, usually in the past, CS2, CSGO, in the past during CSGO era, they used to have like 3 cases on average, 4 cases per year added. Now they have a new system, which means that, you know, fewer cases, so I guess fewer unboxings in a sense. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's stick with it, chat. Let's keep going. All right, I think I'm starting to understand. In conclusion, I think that the new renting change won't really affect the market, at least for right now. If anything, I guess we might have an increase in the demand for cases, but it should be irrelevant considering the total supply of cases. Considering we now have the armory, which will surely get new collections, I think that the demand for the old gambling system will take a hit. Okay, about the item prices, I don't think they should be affected because in most cases, it's not even worth it to rent because the price of the key plus the case is just way too expensive to justify renting some cheap old items on random conditions for just a week. I would have liked him to give us an example of such a case, but in any event, like, I still see the value in, you know, wanting to open a Fire Serpent for a week, but wanting to own a Fire Serpent for a week. But anyways, at best, this should make items that can't be rented more desirable, like Dragon Lures, I agree. Because if people see them in-game, they will know that those items are real, actually owned by the player, and there will be no way to get those items, only buying, like operation items, the armory items. Listen, if this doesn't tell you invest in armory cases, invest in armory skins, in armory items, I don't know what does, man. This is a pure, like, just, this is literally telling us to invest in discontinued items and collections and skins and even like armory stuff. Yeah, the real winner is the armory. That's all I'm gonna say. The real winner is the armory. But in any event, let's keep reading. Of course, in some cases, prices and items will start balancing out, but by checking some charts here now, it seems like everything is very calm and stable in the market in regards to prices, nothing to worry about. This is a process that will happen slowly in the long run. I'd gamble high that cases just started their retirement plan in Valve headquarters so we can unbox a better future. Interesting. Wait, what? So is he saying that we shouldn't invest in cases in the long run and just go full degen into armory items like skins that get cycled out? Okay, I mean, okay, grammar stuff important. Okay, tips for better. I don't know, man. I don't know. He didn't come to like the full conclusion that I was hoping for. Like, he sort of said it without saying it, you know what I mean? Like, he said it without explicitly saying, don't invest in old cases. But invest in collections going forward, yeah. Invest in collections, I guess that's the way to go. That's very interesting, chat. That's a very interesting read. I still think that there is going to be value in cases in the long run. I'm still primarily going to invest in Armory though. So like I said, like you can invest in other cases, like older cases still, I believe, but I think that there's still that little bit of unknown, a little bit of risk. So if you're watching this and you're risk averse and you don't like a lot of risk and you want something that's more guaranteed, yes, investing in like the Overpass collection skins, graphic, sport and field, investing in gallery case, elemental, like these items they get cycled out, that is probably the closest thing to like no risk or the closest thing to like guaranteed profit in the next couple of years. And again, not financial advice, but I'm just weighing the pros and cons. As investors, we have to like look at the pros and the cons, right? The probabilities of something happening and, you know, of hitting and not hitting. So I agree with his statement that like, yeah, they're moving into more like, you know, recyclable collections and like this new armory system, which is here to stay. I'm all for it, man. It gets more people to play the game. It gets us like out of the whole gambling opening cases mindset, even though technically spending stars on a random item from this collection is sort of like unboxing a case. Like if we're gonna be really honest, like it's literally the same thing, but you know it's not, you know, it's not it's not exactly a one-to-one, but so invest in gallery cases. Yeah, invest in gallery cases and gallery skins and gallery items is my main takeaway from his post and from just in general how I'm going to be structuring my investments. Going forward, I'm going to be putting more of an emphasis on Armory. I'm going to be putting less of an emphasis on major sticker capsules, major investing. If you do decide to invest in stickers and majors, go after old majors, go after majors that maybe haven't had as much love in the past but may see new love. Go after like ones that, you know, have good hollows, or even papers, honestly, because I do expect us to see new skins added to the game every year. This armory is probably going to be updated once a year with new content, new skins, and they're going to be, you know, discontinued. And as new skins get added, old stickers, old tournament stickers will get burned up, especially for those high tier collectors that, you know, are stuck in their old way. You know, like there are some people that only craft with DreamHack, only craft with Cato 14, only craft with Cato 15, only craft with, you know, Atlanta or whatever other major there is, right? So like taking a look at some of the older majors would probably make a lot of sense. The same as, you know, taking a look at skins. So like bottom line is skin investing or investing in general is still alive. I still think that if you want to play risk, I would go after like the old cases that are still dropping discontinued, because there is a chance that, you know, the renting pushes up the case numbers. I guess bottom line is, the conclusion, we just don't know yet. It's still too early to like really say it with a degree of safety. But that being said though, I still think you should follow this advice. Like if you're trying to rent skins, yeah, go after those types of cases. Go after cases that have good variety in the tiers of skins. Go after cases that like have really good coverts, really good coverts and rare special items, because the people that open it for the rare special items are going to continue opening it, and the people that are going to rent are going to start renting it. So overall, I think this is positive. This is going to get more people interested in skins. This is going to get more people interested in cosmetics and cases and investing in just skin content. And yeah, overall, this is bullish for the game. That's my conclusion, at least. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that this is good in the long run. In the long run, cases should, you know, with inflation and just the way that the new money gets added to the game, it'll eventually find its way to, like, investors' pockets. So this is positive, man. How you doing, Lumku? When should I buy gallery cases? Anytime there's a dip. I would say anytime there's a case dip, I would be a buyer. I'm in a country where opening cases is banned, and indeed I can rent cases. See, there you go, Jojo. There you go. Now you're back into the market and back into being able to participate in, you know, enjoying, you know, cases. So that's awesome, dude. Should I hold my cases years in storage containers? Yes. Put your cases in storage containers out of sight, out of mind, so that you don't get tempted to open them. Absolutely. Do you know why people are selling gallery cases for 92? Because they just got their money back. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people are quick selling because they're trying to like get new money into like the new content, into the new stickers. Like, you gotta understand, anytime like a new skin or a new sticker or a new collection or anything new comes out, people are gonna sell the old stuff and buy the new. Don't be like those people. Don't be like those people trying to like get the rare donk gold sticker and make like 100x or whatever, like or whatever it is. I don't know the exact value, but long story short, use dips as buying opportunities for your plan. Remember my stream a couple days ago, I said stick to a plan, make a financial plan, set a goal, and just stick to it, right? Like every week, every day, every few every paycheck, invest X amount of money into this and buy dips and DCA. And yeah, there's no need to overcomplicate things. Keep it super simple. Looking forward, I'm going full degen into gallery cases, and then I'm going to be monitoring the prices of certain skins in these 3 collections, and I'm going to be like just buying a bunch of like field testeds and minimum wares from like the lower tier skins. But we'll talk more about that in a future video. We still got plenty of time for prices to come down. The Steam winter sale is in a few weeks. Shanghai is just getting started. The sticker sale hasn't even started for the Shanghai Major. That's also going to cause some price depression because people are going to start buying more capsules. Old items are going to go down. We're going to talk all of that and more in upcoming live streams, upcoming videos. So if you're interested, again, subscribe to the channel, guys. Shattered webs have gone down in price kind of hard right now. Yeah. Broken Fang is a great case to invest in because of print stream and no more cases. Yeah. That's another thing. No more Broken Fangs. No more Shattered webs are ever going to be added. They don't drop anymore. So like the supply could in theory go to 0 at some point. Yeah, there you go. So keep that in mind, guys. All things to keep in mind. This was pretty interesting. Can you show me your pick'ems? Yeah, I got you. My pick'ems are very similar to like Pimp's, Pimp CSGO's, very similar to his. I decided to just switch out Wildcard with FlyQuest. I think Rare Atom has a good chance of going VP and Complexity have a chance, and then all these teams here are a wildcard team that, you know, I think that I'll get 5. It's gonna be tough, man, guys. This major is gonna be tough. Like, I kid you not. Like, for all I know, Cloud9 could like qualify. For all I know, Pain could qualify. Fnatic could really disappoint. For all I know, Imperial could qualify. Like, there are Passion could qualify. There's like anyone can really qualify. Like, this is gonna be a very tough major, and ironically, it has like the best not operation, but the best coin. Like this dragon in diamond coin, oh my god, like it's just so nice. So it's gonna be tough, but we'll figure it out. What's up, Brick? How you doing, man? Hope all is going well. Yeah, so I would say going forward, guys, monitor the Steam charts, or monitor the charts here. There's a good website like CSGO Case Tracker or casetracker.com. I forget the exact site. I'll try to find it. We get statistics on like estimations of like cases that are unboxed, but also take a look at like Steam Market, see the quantity, see the prices of certain cases, what's going on. As you can see, this had a noticeable downward pressure on kilowatt cases. Same with gallery cases, but that is to be expected. Gallery cases actually have recovered, which is pretty interesting. Shout out to the people that bought the dip. And yeah, as for the older cases, it's, I would say you can still buy them, but it's just riskier, man. It's just riskier. There's a higher risk and a higher reward. You buy these older, you buy these cases, some of them older, some of them newer, some of them still dropping. You buy them at lower prices. You have a high risk that, you know, they don't go anywhere and they continue maybe even going lower, or you have a you know, the chance of them exploding to 50 cents to $1, in which case you've tripled, quadrupled your money. So again, high risk, high reward. You can probably still do it, but I would not advise putting all your eggs in one basket, all your eggs in one case. Don't be that guy. Diversify, focus on armory items, armory cases, stuff like that. That would be my recommendation. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I pulled a Karambit Doppler Phase 4 out of a Chroma 2 yesterday. Seems to me cases been juiced since the update. Shout out to you, man. Congrats on your Phase 4, dude. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. All right, guys, short little stream today, guys. It is Black Friday, so shout out to everyone who's going out shopping. Thanksgiving, you know, was yesterday. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I will be live again on Monday. Monday is my next live stream here on YouTube, 4 p.m. Eastern time, regular time. We'll have more market updates and more skin content where we talk about different investing strategies. I'll try to have a topic for you guys. In the meantime, on your way out, guys, please do me a favor. Hit the like button, the thumbs up button. It's a completely free way to support the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Or if you want to become a channel member or a Patreon member, links are in the description below where you can join and be part of the Discord private community. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday. I'll try to have a video out tomorrow, but I'll see you guys again live on Monday. Peace.